welcome to episode 8 of the Red Sea podcast. This is Dennis, as always, and welcome to a show that should have happened yesterday, right after game 3 of the Euroleague, uh, of the Euroleague series, of course, ours against Barcelona. But we all know how that ended up, and I don't think anyone was in a state to do a proper show after that game and how it got decided. And yeah, today will be more of a quick one, touching up very fast on uh, the three games that have happened up until, excuse me, touching up very fast on the three games that have happened up until now. And all goes well, of course. Tomorrow we are gonna do a post game show for both game 4, which is an ultimately a very decisive game because it is a win or go home on our side. And for, of course, the historic first leg against Aston Villa in Birmingham in Conference League semi-finals. And as I said, if all goes well, tomorrow I will hopefully not be alone, as announced over on Twitter. Whoever doesn't follow me there, please go follow me there because most of the updates of the show will be happening there. Uh, the show will have its first guest uh, tomorrow, and by the time that guest introduces himself, uh, more details will be announced. Yet, not tying anything down. That's how it's been organized. We're all human. Stuff can go wrong. As things stand, that's how things will go. So, getting through the typical stuff first, do follow what the banner says as always. Like and subscribe here if you like what you see. As I said, more people to come on very soon. Do go over on Instagram and Twitter. That's where most of the updates happen, especially as I mentioned, Twitter. And feel free to, of course, comment anything, message me, whatever. I respond to absolutely anyone and anything. Uh, so, of course, has a TikTok which I will try to upload more on because it is getting massive support as well. And of course, every episode that you see here goes up on Spotify a few hours after. Uh, that's about it for the typical stuff. Um, Now, if you want, this will happen every show that I am on my own. Uh, so next show, for example, episode 9 will be the first show that this won't be happening. But every show that I am on my own, the link as it is now will be in the comments. I think I'm pointing the right way. I don't know. Maybe the comments are down here for you guys. Of course, if you see this after, you'll know where the comments are. Uh, the link will be in the comments for you to jump on here, come on live, and share any thoughts, absolutely any thoughts you want. Uh, and yeah, I don't want to drag on today for too long because, as I said, we got a big show coming tomorrow, hopefully. And also, another big thing about the show that I can't really announce yet, uh, but it does involve the second leg here, of course, next Thursday. It is after some eventful timing. Uh, it has been confirmed that I will be there. Uh, so I will update on details on that as well. Um, and something I will try to get a YouTube video depending on what happens as well. I will try and get a video up uh, after the game, not a show, a video from the game, a vlog type. Um, and yeah, that will show everything. But no matter what the result tomorrow is, I will be there next Thursday in the home leg. I think that's about it for the general stuff. So let's get into it. I do have a video ready that I do want to show uh, after that I did see on TikTok. Um, of course, credit is on the video. Would never save a video and show it without crediting the creator, but it's uh, it's a very funny video, and I want uh, some people on here so I can show that video. So let's start with game one, shall we? Of course, game one, the previous Tuesday, starting the series off very positively, getting the win in the Palau Blaugrana and getting the series nil to one for us. Uh, of course, the star of game one was mostly Nigel William Goss and Isaiah Cannon. Uh, Also, big shouts to Filip Petrushev, who has shown up this series in general, and Mustafa Fall, who has shown his old self, uh, the class self, you know, uh, along with Zach McKissick, of course. Uh, yeah, just going into the series flying. Uh, I think it's best said. Uh, I don't know if playing out of the park was uh, was the best is the best choice of words because as a unit we haven't played our best basketball this series. Especially you can say that there is a big problem shooting wise in this team, but we did get the 1-0 victory in game one. Then came game two though. Then came game two, which was the previous uh, Thursday, where Barcelona tie up the series 77 to 69, and then the problems started to really show up. Of course, Jabari Parker flying that game, uh, with us having a lot of problems marking him. Alec Peters having a very good game too, but it not being necessarily enough because aside Nigel and Shaq once again, no one really performed in game two, especially Thomas Walkup having a very poor offensive game. Uh, Right, not getting many minutes. Petrusev not having the great game that he's had game one and game three. Uh, Same for Fall. Isaiah being nowhere really in game two. Sadly, uh, Milo and Larizakis not getting any minutes. And of course, as we know, still by now, I don't have any news on uh, Papanikolaou. Our captain is clearly missing. Like, I think even the last person that doubted Pup's influence uh, on the team has now been officially proven wrong. Uh, I am not aware if he'll be back for game four. I pray to the Lord above that he's back for game four because it's crystal clear that we need him for game four, both uh, for the motivation, both offensively, defensively, everything. It's crystal clear that we need him for game four. But yes, as I said, Jabari Parker, the star man of the show. I wouldn't touch on calls and anything for game one, game two. We all knew what we were getting into, as uh, people have said themselves. Lots of questionable plays from Barcelona. Um, didn't even mention the Petrusev, uh, the moment where Philip got injured in the Palau Blaugrana and the fans started clapping for the injury. I didn't even mention that. Uh, Pretty sure that was in game two after yesterday, honestly. That's why I that's why I'm so happy I'm getting someone on uh, tomorrow. And as I said, details will be talked about at the show tomorrow, but for more times than tomorrow, because I need to find a way to correct myself. I need to actually check if uh, Phillips' injury was game one or game two. Um, you will excuse me as you guys always do, and I'm very grateful that you do. Uh, Very grateful that you have shown me this much support because the show has barely been going on. I mean, like this is episode 8. If you exclude the game analysis for the game against Pana, which hasn't gone up on Spotify, there will be a few videos like that where uh, it's purely for YouTube. As I said as well, I am gonna try and do stuff on the Twitter space weekly, sub-weekly. I'll see, but uh, for anyone that's listening to this that does follow me or plan to follow me on Twitter, uh, and for anyone that may already have some sort of contact with me, please message me and help me on the Twitter space thing because I am very new to that and I don't know how to properly do it. Now, let me actually check. I think SofaScore is letting me down. But yeah, you will get the point about the Petrushev injury. But yes, outplayed game two, coming in here. Uh, very not won't say confident because I don't think anyone was necessarily very confident about yesterday, but uh, people people did have stride of uh, having stolen the home field disadvantage and brought the series here for sure. Of course, now hindsight, the series will go back to the Palau Blaugrana, hopefully for Game 5 if we get the win tomorrow. And holy damn, Madrid's losing. Oh, damn. Of course, for those of you who do not know, I did drop some predictions uh, before the playoff started. I did say that we'd go through 1 to 3. Of course, my prediction for us is off. I did say that Fener would be the team going through 2 to 3. That series, by the way, has been one of the best if you're a neutral. Uh, one of the best in recent years if you're a neutral. Very even series. Fener right now, third quarter, they are up 53 to 49. I did see something about Mike James getting injured. I do not know if that stands. And Baskonia are up. I did say that Real would just take that series 3 to 0. Baskonia are up by 8. I do not know if they can hold on. The game's a bit before the half. Uh, maybe they can. Maybe they can hold on. We'll see. Interesting. Very interesting. I've been caught off guard. I didn't expect to to see Baskonia leading this game. Now, going right back to what we were uh, talking about, and the game that, of course, recency bias does the trick, but the game, of course, that I remember the most about, and that is game 3 of the series, of course, uh, losing 80 to 82 in extra time after a brutal foul call uh, and the made free throws from Jabari Parker. Now, getting things clear. Was there contact? There is mixed opinions. Philip said there was forced contact by Jabari. Refs called it. That's that. Even if there was, I will not speak for sure. Most people say there was, but even if there was, it is a check. And if you call that check, you should call all. You can't just let 10 exact plays like that uh, go untouched and then call uh, a foul that will decide the game uh, on dead time, basically. But yes, that play especially is has loads to unpack. Uh, but I won't stand simply on the referees. And I will go on, first of all, to congratulate Philip Petrusev and Moses Wright, the two giants having incredible games, both of them, despite Philip being the one that Jabari Parker drew drew the foul from. Uh, they both had they both had an absolutely incredible game. Philip with 18-5 and 0, and Moses with 16-8 and 0. Woke up having a way better game than he did in game two. I've seen some people talk about uh, Thomas woke up talking about how he shouldn't be involved in uh, final plays of a game, in deciding seconds of a game. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be biased. I don't know. But we certainly have way better people than woke up to decide the game. But I uh, won't trust Thomas for for yesterday, at least not for that reason. Also, uh, a call that the Euroleague itself came out and admitted was mistaken was, I think, around 16-ish seconds from the end. Let me actually confirm uh, that there was uh, a five, uh, and it is from the summary of the announcement from Footballers. Uh, with the 16.3 seconds remaining until the end of the fourth quarter, referees should have called a 5-second violation by Tomas Satoransky, resulting in possession for Olympiacos. Now, if I am not totally mistaken, because few players want me to be genuine, the anger I've had from last night has made me forget damn near everything from that game. Uh, we were two up, I think, when that when that call was made. I do want to see if I can check that somehow. But I think we were less control than we should have been in that game, uh, because I want to talk about everything fully, but we were in control of the game. And I think it was 6.7 or 6.3 seconds on the dot. The referee's mistake, of course, for those who don't know, because uh, some people didn't. For a basketball, in for the sport of basketball, you have 5 seconds in throw-ins. Otherwise, it is a change of possession. And yeah, just ref completely, I don't know, ignored it, miscounted. I really don't know. Uh, I even even talking about the the game just gets my pulse like up and running. Uh, and I'm not, as I said, those two plays and the play where I think it was Nikola Kalinic sends the ball. I think it was Nikola Kalinic again sends the ball to the back of the board which means it would have been thrown for us, but Lex didn't give that. And after the back of the board, which again out of bounds, ball hits Moses right and goes out, and the refs give ball Barcelona once again. Uh, but I'm not gonna stand on those goals solely because we should have had the game. Uh, the biggest mistake on our end that I can point out is the two three pointers we let in. Pretty sure it was it's, yes, found the the score on uh, the score before the missed 5 second violation. It was 71 to 69, as I said. Then of course wasn't given. We This is one of our main mistakes. We leave let La Provitola take it to overtime. Uh, and at some point, not at some point, right before that, uh, we do go on a streak of points, and from 62, 63, the game goes to 69, 63, and then we just leave Brines open for two three-pointers, especially the second one, if I remember correctly. Again, he was wide open. Uh, yeah, just very poor defending on our end. Plus, that call that happened, just nothing that you can really say. For those of you who do know me, I don't like to talk about the refs, but as I've told a good friend of mine yesterday, as much as it does sound like a loser mentality, and that's why I am trying to focus on the problems like the defending which we had some plays, the very poor shooting of this team in this series, and that we really haven't played our absolute best basketball as a unit. For example, like it's either Peters or Cannon who have shown up in games one, two, and three. Not uh, not both of them. But I can just skip over what happened yesterday. At least me personally. It was too bad to skip. Like, okay, get the argument that we knew it was gonna happen. It's happened in the past. It's happened in that historic series in 2015. The free throws were just missed that time. It's a very similar play. Uh, but yeah, personally, have to mention it. Not putting all of the blame on it, but personally, had to mention it. Um, what was I going to say? Yes, the fans. I don't want to sound like Panathinaikos, so I want to play it the best way I can. I love going to the stadium, and I'm not gonna be like he shouldn't go, she shouldn't go, anything and everything. But the fans need to play a massive part in games like this. And Chef yesterday, I am not gonna put. my opinion, because I saw the game through the TV very sadly through my TV. I'm gonna put opinions I saw from the people that were there. Chef yesterday was quiet. Chef yesterday was way more quiet than it should have ever been on a game three of a tied series in the final eight of the Euroleague. So whoever has a ticket uh, from game four, because sadly didn't get in possession, didn't get one uh, for one reason or the other. Uh, Please just leave your voice there. We need to help. It's a must win tomorrow, and we need to help the team as much as they need to help each other. Now, what's next, and how much chance do we have of winning? I hope. No, no. I want to think that we we get tomorrow. I do not personally care if we get the win tomorrow with two, even though I don't wanna be at risk of a heart attack. Uh, uh, or 20, but I want to believe that we will manage to get the win tomorrow. The game in the game five in the Palau Blaugrana though will be down near impossible. I know this team is built for miracles, but it will be one of the hardest scenarios that I think even Coach P could have ever imagined. Again, I hope I'm not that mistaken on what I'm about to say, but I'm pretty sure no team in history has broken uh, the home court of another team on a game five in the final eight. Can we be the first team to do it? Yes, yes, I believe we can. Will it take as near, how do I say it? Will it take as near as a perfect game as we can get to do it? Yes. Will we be very unfavored by the refs? Probably. But we still need to do it. I'm not gonna be the ones. I'm not gonna be one of the people who say this is done because it's not. I've been preaching since the start of this season because of how much this team has given us the last two, that you can never write this team off. Only time will tell. Honestly, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I do believe that uh, it can be done. It will take near perfection, uh, but I do believe that it can be done. Now, what happens uh, in the best case scenario that we make it, that we do the impossible and make it to the final four? Uh, in my opinion, our hardest opponent will be in the semi. And for those of you who somehow have missed the bracket or don't keep up with basketball, our semi-final opponent will, more or less likely, I am gonna check how that game is going, be Madrid. Uh, and honestly, from the other side of the bracket, I have not the slightest idea of who we go through. I saw someone saying that uh, the Panama Cup series is 50-50, and I think they said like 60-40 against us on our series, and I think I agree, more or less. Uh, I don't know, it depends, but I do think that uh, if we do that, God send miracle and make it to the final four after everything that's happened, our toughest opponent will not be in the finals, it will be in the semi. Is there such thing as an easy opponent in the final eight or four in the Euroleague? No, there's not. But comparisons can and will slash should be made. I think we should be very happy for this team, no matter what happens. I'm very proud of this team and what uh, what Coach B has done for the team. Because uh, again, I say this I think for the fourth time this show, uh, but we need to understand that this team, if I'm not that mistaken, hasn't played a single game this season. Excuse me, hasn't played a single game this season with everyone in the squad. Like, that is insane. I wouldn't believe you personally, and I've said I've seen other people agree with me that I wouldn't believe you if when 2024 entered, you tell me that we'd be here in the final eight fighting for a final four spot. I wouldn't, just wouldn't. Many people uh, thought we'd get played. This team has done incredible things, and you can't take that away. Not gonna talk about the basket league. I'm gonna touch on it very, very quickly, even quicker than I got through the Euroleague games. I'm sorry, my brain just froze. Uh, we play Ike in the first round of the playoffs. Ike, a team that's gone through hell and back as well this season. Ike, a team that's once again on the rebuild. Ike, a team that I don't think even they expected to make the playoffs. Uh, Ike, a team that logic says we can beat. Uh, That's gonna stick and I love it. That's gonna stick and I love it. Shout out to Zaho on Twitter as well. Uh, and of course my lovely dear friend. Dortmund did what? Huh, interesting. Of course, UCL is on right now. And as I'm a die-hard Olympiacos fan, I am a Liverpool and a Dortmund supporter. Niklas Fulko scored. If we just destroy everyone's expectations and beat PSG, I'm gonna be the happiest. But yeah, we'll see. I wanted to check what Madrid is doing and I forgot. Madrid is down four in the half, and Fener are running away with it. Both of those are interesting. Both of those are interesting. Uh, Time will tell. Now, as I was saying, logic says we will, but I don't know if they will take a game from us. Maybe they do. Depends on how we handle the series, but logic says we will be tied. Panaha, Pauk. Yes, yes, I did. Of course, repeating that as long as my predictions, my girlfriend dropped predictions, and she did say that we'd go through 3-2, and same as the man that I shouted out on Twitter uh, did say that due to purely mentality, we get the game 5 in the Palau Blaugrana with a narrow win in game 4. So, for us believers and everyone that is backing us, I pray to God. Now, as I was saying, Pana have Pauk. Pauk recently adding the wild card of Kevin Porter Jr. For people that aren't familiar with the NBA, KP got suspended from the league and lost an 80 million deal with Houston due to abuse allegations. So, excluding the person talk completely, KP has been incredible for Pauk and surely is a massive wildcard to look out for if he stays. He did come out and say that, of course, he wants to go back to the league, but if he if he stays in Europe, he wants to stay at PAOK. So I don't know how much of his word I take, but we'll see. I'd argue he's a wild card. Yes, I think that's the best description that possible. I think this is the best description possible. I mean, Miles Bridges is still in the league, so he'll probably go back to the NBA. We'll see. But yeah, I'd argue he's a wild card for this year's series as well. And that Pauk will beat Panathinaikos, but you guys get my point. Now, I do want to risk it and finish off with a video that hopefully doesn't get me copyright strike, but I can't not show this. Enjoy the next 40 seconds.
Σήκω παιδάκι μου. Μη φοβάσαι, γροθιά ήταν. Θα περάσει. 2. Σήκω ρε ζήλμπαστη. Σήκω παναθεμάσαι που ξεράθηκες, χλεμπονιάρι. 3. Άρε κατά καημένη πλατανιά, κάτι λεβέντες που βγάζεις. 4. Εσύ να μην βαρέσεις γροθιά σε άνθρωπο. Κύριε Ρέφερη, δεν μετράς κανονικά. Εσύ να κάνεις τη δουλειά σου. 5. Αμψάλεψε λίγο ρε Τρίφωνα. Να σε δω να σαλεύεις σε τι στον κόσμο. 6. Τρελές να πέθανε. Όχι, ζει. Αν σήκω το λοιπόν ρε έσχος της πλατανιάς, σήκωτε. Ήθελα να ξέρα ρε κυτρινιάρη, με τη μούτρα θα πάω να βρεις την Παρδάλο την ξεροπαΐδα. 7. Άμα ήρθες εδώ για ξάπλες Τρίφωνα, γιατί δεν καθόσουν καλύτερα στο κρεβατάκι σου. Έσχος! Έσχος! Καλά, καλά ρε παιδιά, μην κάνετε έτσι. Δεν είπατε τι γροθιά ήταν αυτή που έφταιγε. Πέρα κανονικά. Εντάξει, εντάξει, θα μετρήσω. 8. Άντε ρε Τρίφωνα, κουράγιο ρε. Σήκω, σήκω να δοξάσεις το χωριό μας. Σήκω και θα σκάσει την τροπή της η αδερφή σου η Κασίδα. 9. Να μου ζήσεις Τρίφωνα. Έλα ρε, σήμα του να του δείξεις τι εστί η πλατανιά. Στάσου ρε φίλε, στάσου μια στιγμή. Άστο να συνέλθει πρώτα ο άνθρωπος, δεν τον βλέπεις. Τον πω ρε άντρα, τι να συνέλθει. Το ξέρετε παιχνίδι θα γίνει κανονικά έτσι. Αγιά κάνε μου τη χαρμή.
That goes to everyone that knows old school Greek movies and that knows what happened yesterday. Hope you all enjoy that, and uh, see you all tomorrow with the biggest show in this podcast history. Until the next one. Thank you.